summer of 1999, a young Stiliyan Petrov arrived at Celtic. The 20-year-old was an unknown quantity, but soon became a fan favourite, winning 10 major trophies in 7 seasons. His influence was far-reaching. In 2006 he moved to Aston Villa and immediately established himself as a key part of their team. He was their captain when he was diagnosed with acute leukemia just 18 months ago. His football career may have ended unexpectedly, but his legend lives on. Stan Petrov is back. What's it like to be back?
Great. I'm looking forward. The adrenaline is kicking in now. All the boys are ready, so I'm looking forward to it.
You're looking fantastic. How are you feeling these days?
Feeling okay. A bit stiff, but I'll get there.
Just tell us what this is all about today. You've obviously started your own charity.
Yeah, I started my own charity. I tried to make a little difference. Try to raise money and try to get the researchers better support and to find that cure that can cure a lot of people. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I know it's going to be busy, but this is a great start and it'll be great.
The support has been fantastic from the fans as well.
Yeah, it's been incredible. 60,000 today, and I think me and all the boys are looking forward to it.
And so many guys have supported you. Come this way, because Martin O'Neill's here, who's going to take charge of the Celtic 11 today. What was this man like to have in the squad?
Well, he was there as a young kid when I arrived at the football club. He was absolutely terrific. And when I eventually went to Aston Villa, I brought him down there as well. So I think the world of him as a footballer, and obviously his personality and his own generosity speaks for itself.
I believe he's going to start against you today for the Stiliyan 11. How on earth are you going to pick a Celtic 11 from that list?
Well, I'm disappointed that he is playing against us. I think Paul Lambert as well too. But we have a lot of the players who played in Seville, so most of them will start. And then we've got a couple of celebrities as well too, apparently are really good players, so it should be interesting.
Henrik Larsson's here too. Great to see you back. What's it like for you to be back?
Oh, it's always good to be back here. It's a fantastic place where I had 7 great years, and coming back for such a man as Stiliyan as well. Come here, it's fantastic, and I'm glad to be back.
When the call came, everyone said yes.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, he's a good friend, and it's the thing you have to do, and the thing that I wanted to do as well. When I heard about Stiliyan at first and everything that happened, if you can help out in any way, and then you want to be here. We had a great team, and we are very close among the players. And whenever something happens to one of us, we get very sad.
It's great that I'm picking the team today, lads, because Johnson's not in it,
He's an inspirational figure. There's no surprise. This is a sellout today, and there's so many top players here to turn out for him.
He's a good guy. And nobody would wish that on anybody the illness that he's had. So when something happens in the football world like that, everybody pulls round and muzzles in, and they might be in some quarters severely criticised for their behaviour at some times and their lack of community spirit, but when it's one of their own that's not well and needs a bit of help, then they soon rally round quickly. And it is a reflection on the man that there's so many people turned out to play here, and also so many people come to watch.
John Bishop, I know you're peerless on the stage. Do you get nervous when you play in these situations?
I know it's a charity game for everyone else, but I'm regarding this really as a trial. I wanted to move to a big club, and now that they're into the Champions League, I think it's me time. So, I was speaking to Neil Lennon last night. Obviously, money has to be discussed with my agents and everything, but I'm looking forward to meet my new supporters.
That Stiliyan Petrov, you know very well, and for Villa fans everywhere, and Villa players everywhere, and everyone associated with the club, this is a great man that everyone's here to support today.
Yes, and I was lucky enough to play with him for 4 seasons at Aston Villa, and on the pitch and off the pitch, he's a fantastic guy. That there's no surprise why this is a sellout, and why so many faces and old players are here to support him. So it should be a fantastic day for Stiliyan and all the fans.
How are you feeling? You look as if you've been in the gym a few days prior to this.
I'm a bit nervous when you see the opposition doing a proper professional warm-up. Starting to get a wee bit antsy about it, but looking forward to it. I wasn't expecting to start, so I'm quite surprised about that.
I said to Martin O'Neill earlier on, the opposition looked quite a bit younger.
Yeah, you could say that, yeah. A bit slimmer as well.
Anyone out to get you today? I know Bobo Baldy's on your team, so that's a positive.
Sorry, that is a bonus, yeah. I mean, I think Bobo's going to be pretty busy today, you know. He's still looking as fit as he ever did.
A few more screams because Louis Tomlinson from One Direction's just come over. Good to see you. I take it all those girls outside today were not for Neil, they might have been for you.
No, I think they were definitely for Neil.
You're not a bad footballer, I'm told.
Oh, I'm alright, I'm nothing on these boys. I'm absolutely crapping myself today. I'm really, really scared. But yeah, it's a great occasion. Nobody's going to be good.
Excuse that language, I think. But what's it like to walk into the Celtic dressing room?
Oh, absolutely unbelievable. Just sat around there, just looking at all the faces. It is a real dream come true for a football fan. So it's amazing to be involved in this.
Have you seen him during warm-up? Does he look okay?
He's alright, yeah. I mean, it's brilliant to have him here, you know, and he's put so many bums on seats as it were today, and it's a fantastic gesture. I wish my singing was as good as his football.
Of course, you played next to Stan that night in Seville with Lambert as well in the midfield. That was some collection of players.
Yeah, we had a great, 4 or 5 years together under Martin, and this team is pretty special. Placed in the hearts of the fans, and seeing Henrik and Pierre and Chris and Johan and Bobo together again, it's fantastic. It's as if like you've never been away when you meet them again. It's just like we met up yesterday.
Great stuff. Go and get those legs loose. We're going to find out more about the charity. Thanks, guys. Tony Hamilton here from the Chief Executive of Celtic FC Foundation as well. Great to see you. We've just talked about what this means today. You put all this together. How easy was it to get all the boys here?
Well, I think it was a massive effort across the business. Everybody here at the football club got into the process. It was no problem attracting people here. I think as soon as we asked them, Stiliyan asked a few, Kenny Dalglish came up a few weeks ago, phoned a few and told them they were playing, guys like Nicky Byrne and John Bishop. I think the real credit today goes to the 60,000 people who have supported Celtic charity, and it's absolutely phenomenal. It's a big part of our DNA, it's who we are, and I don't think there's another football club in the world that could do this.
I haven't seen Neil Lennon. I think he's been lowered into the stadium. Has anybody seen him recently? He's lowered in. They've just opened the roof for him. He's quite flat now. And ugly as well too. So anyway, I believe that's a young man from One Direction there, that the minute his name was printed, they put an extra 8,000 people up, so well done, you deserve it, well done. And of course, if I played you, I'm going to become your manager. Tell your other manager that. Yeah, okay. So here's the team anyway at this moment, and then we will alternate it. But everybody will obviously play, and we need to win. Alright? Douglas, Mjalby, Big Bobo, Josk, Didier, have Lennon here in the brackets at this moment. If he comes in, he'll start. If he doesn't, then I'll change it round. McNamara, Peta, Moravchik, Sutton, Larson. Okay? And then everybody will play, so don't worry about it. And you'll be begging to get off, I'm quite sure, after the 10 or 15 minutes. Okay? You're right in there? Are you? I start? You start? You're going to start? Okay?
Yeah,
absolutely.
No problem to you, mate.
Oh, Lubo, don't tell me now. It's too late now. You should have told me 10 minutes ago. You're starting. Okay? Is that alright? Okay, everybody else will play. Yeah, you could be on if you don't get into a huff. And say I'm not turning up anymore. Nottingham Forest. I just don't want to play anymore. The manager's crap, and I've just had enough. I've had enough. I am leaving. I'm going home. George, you can do what you want. So good. All right. Okay.
Eight of the players who started the 2003 UEFA Cup final for Celtic will begin this match. It's the old formation as well, we think. 3-4-1-2 with the formidable Chris Sutton, Henrik Larsson striking partnership. Neil Lennon, the current Celtic manager, will be the midfield anchor. And Lubo Moravchik, where else but in the hole, is behind Sutton and Larsson.
Some of the names we haven't caught up with. A Celtic great and
so it looks for the Stiliyan 11. As we mentioned, Stiliyan Petrov will start for his own team. There'll be a switch later on. His fellow Bulgarians Martin Petrov, Marian Hristov and Dimitar Berbatov all play from the outset as well. John Terry, we saw him earlier, is in central defence beside the former Rangers player Carlos Cuellar. But it's Stiliyan Petrov's moment, an emotional moment, as we listen to You'll Never Walk Alone. Stiliyan Petrov did say he might find it difficult to hold back the tears. Just succeeded. The Celtic supporters in full voice.
Fantastic, you know. I don't know who held it together there. I was getting emotional myself there watching him, and his wife was obviously holding it together for him, trying to hold it. A really tough day for them. But listen, he's coming out the other side. That's the most important thing, and he'll be so emotional about it. But he'll love every moment of it. He's a top player, a top person, and he gets his just rewards now with this. All these people turning up for this great day.
Number 19 will start the game wearing yellow. The familiar Celtic huddle. And now the Stiliyan 11 huddle. Matching. And a nice touch before a ball is kicked today here in the East End of Glasgow. The match referee is Kevin Clancy, by the way. Dimitar Berbatov, Henrik Larsson just having a quick word with each other. Oh, how friendly will it be when the whistle is sounded? Kevin Clancy, the referee, at the ready. And it will be the Stiliyan 11 to kick off. Away we go on this Sunday afternoon. The number 19 Legends match. Great names from the past. One or two from the present. One or two who fancy themselves as footballers. We'll see the majority of them a bit later. Pace might be more leisurely than we would usually expect. Here is number 19, Stan Petrov himself. And he by over there on the right for the Stiliyan 11. Looks like four at the back for the men in yellow. John Terry helping the ball on its way. Fred Bauma is the left back of choice for Kenny Dalglish's team. Intelligent idea, and Berbatov! What a start! Inside a minute. Well, we know he still has the magic. 54 seconds, the time of the goal, and Stiliyan Petrov's 11 in front.
That was a bit like Barcelona. Celtic never got a touch. So a fantastic pass, but great movement by Berbatov, as you say. Even though it's a friendly, you just see the quality. Fantastic pass, great control, and as you say, comfortable finish. As I say, standing about 10 touches in the pass there, so he's a big make-up in the goal.
Fulham striker, 7 times Bulgarian Footballer of the Year. Stiliyan Petrov absolutely had to have his compatriot involved in this game today. Now Bobby Petta is operating on the left flank for the Celtic 11. And it was headed away in the nick of time by Bauma.
Yes, you just see Henrik Dorn off the back. It would have been nothing unusual if he'd have scored as quick as that. But as you say, that's the way they are. They always like to get back into it quickly because they don't like losing games of football, these guys.
Cries of Lubo for Lubomir Moravcik. What a magician he was wearing the colours of Celtic. He can deliver a mean ball too. Plenty of targets in there. Johan Mjalby, current Celtic assistant manager, was one of them.
Just shows you some things never change with a quality pass.
A cheer for Neil Lennon. Early goal for the Stiliyan 11. Dimitar Berbatov in the first minute. It's Bobo Balde. Imposing Celtic defender back in the day. Didn't want to mess around with him.
Well, that's for sure.
Jackie McNamara, manager of Dundee United. Johan Mjalby. Here's McNamara. Just couldn't quite keep hold of it. Dundee United side lost to Celtic last week in the Scottish Premiership by 1-0. Berbatov, just too strong for Martin Petrov, another member of the Bulgarian contingent in this game.
Yes, you don't want to lose pace with Martin Petrov.
Moravcik. A bit too much on it for Chris Sutton. Pass by Pires. Bay on that right-hand side. Just missed out Marian Hristov. 45 times for Bulgaria. And the assistant manager at Levski Sofia. Henrik Larsson. Celtic's magnificent 7. Moravcik. Here's McNamara. To disguise his intentions. Bobby Petter still lives here in the west of Scotland. John Terry doing his job.
He'll need to be alert today because Henrik will work him.
We'll see even at age of 41 can do that. Martin Petrov, away by Bobo Balde. On the Pires. Balde. What was it they used to say in the old days, Peter? Bobo's going to get you.
Well, he's just done that. As I said, it shows that something never changes. You know, and I think Robert Perez obviously has not played against him before.
As we said, he doesn't hang about, does he, Bobo Balde? Pires on his feet. Pocket of space. The Celtic boss. Can he make the connection with Henrik Larsson? He really did. Here is Larsson. And Jackie McNamara. Bubbles around. Lennon was in there. Terry called upon to solve the problem.
It's the first time I've seen Neil Lennon on the right hand side of the pitch at Celtic Park.
It used to move too far away from the centre. It's his territory. Martin Petrov wanted it. Bolton, Manchester City player, also Atletico Madrid, Wolfsburg in Germany in his past. Marian Hristov. Berbatov. Wilfred Bouma, the Dutchman. Aston Villa connections everywhere. Berbatov. Here's Bobby Petter. Works as a personal trainer in the Glasgow area nowadays. Celtic legends. Kenny Dalglish, Danny McGrain, side by side. They've picked the Stiliyan 11. What would Kenny Dalglish and Danny McGrain be worth as players nowadays? What would Martin O'Neill be worth? He could play a bit back in the day as well.
Oh, for sure. There's no doubt of that. Berbatov better be careful as well with Big Bobo.
It's Berbatov for the pass. Stiliyan 11 looking for a second one. The call was by Paul Lambert. He didn't used to get that far forward too often in the old days, did he?
That's obviously they're taking a chance, each him and Neil. I think it's a relay they're on.
For Sutton, Henrik Larsson. Just to dovetail to such great effect, those two. Shagan just getting rid of the ball. Pires. Space for Martin Petrov. Was at Espanyol in Spain earlier this year. Pires. Berbatov was looking for Stan Petrov. Has it again. He'll want to take aim. Power on the shot. Fielded by Robert Douglas.
Rolling back the years there. We've seen many of them get in the back of the net, but still in. Hopefully he can get that another opportunity today.
Larsson. He usually puts them away from there, but not this time. Nearly.
It's very unusual for him to miss the target, that's for sure. He'll be disappointed. You'll look back and then he'll be saying to himself, how did I miss? Because that was typical Henrik Larsson. Fantastic pass.
Moravcik it was. Surprise, surprise.
With his right foot.
Yes. Well, they were willing it in. Celtic supporters. Centimetres away. Henrik Larsson's song. They'll be having to get back. Martin Petrov. Johan Mjalby. No-nonsense piece of defending. Flicked by Moravcik. McNamara. Larsson's little header to Petter. Lennon available to the left. Chris Sutton, Larsson, and Petter goes down. Big shot for a penalty, and Kevin Clancy right up with play, pointing to the spot.
I'm interested watching the replay. Fantastic move. It really was. Started with Larsson. Great touch here again. Bobby Pegg is inside the fullback. Yes, good call. Good call.
Big bye was the guilty party. Larsson came very close just a couple of minutes ago. Can he beat Shay Given here from the spot in the 10th minute of this charity match? It's Celtic's magnificent 7, and he dispatches it with ease. Larsson from the spot. What a piece.
You still see the delight in his face. There it goes, a typical celebration. Nothing beats that for him here. Shea goes the wrong way. Fantastic.
Henrik Larsson, who scored 242 goals in 315 competitive matches for Celtic. Well, this game would have been incomplete, wouldn't it, without a Larsson goal?
I'm sure he'll be counting that one as well.
So the first minute strike by Dimitar Berbatov, cancelled out by Henrik Larsson's penalty. Carlos Cuellar. I tell you, there might be one or two boos for him, Peter.
Yeah, you can see that. It must be the Celtic supporter thing.
Berbatov and Balde. I don't think Bobo Balde knows this is a charity match, does he?
I said to you, there's no such thing with these guys. They have a pride in it.
Neil Lennon at the controls here for the Celtic 11. Paul Lambert there to intervene. Now Martin Petrov. Dimitar Berbatov. Stan Petrov. Pires. There's a fine tackle by Jos Valkaren. 37 years of age, the Belgian. Many happy Belgians seen around Glasgow over the last 48 hours or so, Peter.
Oh, that's for sure. You know, there've been a lot of them, and I'm sure Juice was one of them.
McNamara, that goes to Larsson. Deciding to have a run himself. Pires back there as the extra defender for the Stiliyan 11. Paul Lambert. Again Martin Petrov. Didier Agat patrolling that sector of the pitch. Johan Mjalby. Celtic 11 keeping the ball moving. Lubo Moravcik. Tantalising ball. Chested back by Bama to Gibbon. Forward, Berbatov succeeded in keeping the ball in play. Petrov hasn't even been able to go on holiday with his family. He's very keen to put that right. Berbatov. Cuellar. Minutes gone. 2 goals already. Berbatov for the Stiliyan 11. Larsson from the spot for the Celtic 11. Here's Berbatov and Martin Petrov almost away.
It just shows you the quality of these guys, even at lots of friendly. Their movement is fantastic. Some of them maybe not have the legs anymore, but the quality of looking over their shoulder and seeing what's going on around about them never leaves them. As you say, the movement there to get in for Berbatov coming off for Petrov to run was fantastic.
And Lennon, the short ball to Jackie McNamara. He's continued his run. McNamara, Larsson. Look at Jackie McNamara. I keep thinking he's drinking from the fountain of youth. 39, doesn't look it.
No, he was always the same, Jack. Always a very fit lad. Looked after himself. You can see he still does that, and I'm sure he'll take part in the training.
Agat's pass. There's Bobby Petter. Petter, the Dutchman. Something was there to hold it up. Petter once again for the Celtic 11. Looks Valkaren. It's almost always a three-man defence for Celtic under Martin O'Neill. Valkaren a key part of that setup. Moravcik. True entertainer. He's still going. Way by John Terry. Neil Lennon. Now Terry rising high to thwart Henrik Larsson. Didn't go down too well with the Celtic supporters. Oh, now Johan Mjalby is cutting through. And down has gone Christoph.
As I said to you, these guys always have a pride in their performance, and they're making it competitive. They won't let anybody make a fool of them. And as you say, they better watch this Celtic back three.
Christoph, and now Martin Petrov. He might be able to finish, and does. Well, it's another Bulgarian goal in this game. Berbatov earlier, and now Martin Petrov. 2-1 to the Stiliyan 11.
Yeah, just a great pass from Christoph to put Petrov away. Didn't even look, knew he was there. As I say, that's the quality these guys have. It never leaves them. And as you say, the quality is always there. And a great finish. But Petrov, as you say, is not long out the game. So you just look here, first pass, first time, and slides it away.
Martin Petrov, who scored 19 goals and 86 appearances for Bulgaria, making it look simple. Kenny Dalglish's side in front again. We expect plenty of changes later as this game progresses.
Just a pity the two guys weren't playing.
I think Gareth Barry might be the first player to come off the bench shortly. Pires. McNamara. Better for Sutton. Moravcik. Quite the desired accuracy from Lubo Moravcik.
I don't think Paul Lambert was happy with that knockback he got from Bobby Petter. I can see him giving him a look, so I'll be interested to watch that one because Paul maybe go after him. But Lubo Moravcik, fantastic feat, you know. We've seen that many times here.
That's Paul Lambert playing against many of his old teammates. There's McNamara. Valkaren. Jackie McNamara, whose father Jackie Senior, of course, also played for Celtic. His pass a bit slack. Berbatov. Well, here's Pires. Dummy by Martin Petrov. Christoph. And Johan Mjalby very tidily intervenes.
It was interesting there. Perez got rid of him very quickly because he knew big Bobo Baldi was running back after him.
The moral of the story is run away from Baldi if you can.
For sure.
Otherwise there might be a price to pay later. Berbatov. Here's Stiliyan Petrov. How dare Johan Mjalby do that? Well, he's been penalised and he can't believe it.
I think
Clancy right up with play again.
He should be sent off.
was just outside the box. He's going to stay on the pitch. And I think there might be a move to replace Stiliyan Petrov in the 19th minute, symbolically, as he gives it a lash. We are almost right on 19 minutes. Martin Petrov, Stiliyan Petrov, beautifully done. Bauma, they're all queuing up. Was hit really well. Vane was in there. And now, in the 19th minute, there is going to be a substitution. And off will go Stiliyan Petrov. A bit of stagecraft here at Celtic Park. Quite right. We'll see him later, we expect, playing for the Celtic 11. This means so much to Stan Petrov. The response from the Celtic supporters, who have never deserted him.
Keep with it, pal, keep with it, you'll be fine.
Difficult, isn't it, to hold them back under these circumstances. A special place for Stiliyan Petrov, Celtic Park. He came here as a youngster, couldn't really speak English, actually went to work with one of his friends in a burger van to help on that front. But Glasgow became his home, and Celtic Football Club will always be his home.
Well, that's for sure, you know, a very special person, and as I said, it shows you the people that's turned out today in this 19th minute celebration, which happened all the time at Villa Park as well, so that shows you how high esteem he's held everywhere he's went, and that's down to his professionalism and the person and what he's had to fight. He's had the biggest fight in his life and he's fought that, and hopefully he's on his way back.
Well, he's going to play on here now. That has gone against the script, I think.
But that tells you what he's about. He wants to play. He wants to play.
Yeah. Barry was waiting to come on. By the way, that the Scottish actor Martin Compston has arrived belatedly. Goes away at a stag do, I'm told, in Ibiza. Never heard of such a thing.
Remember we're going to one after this as well.
There's Martin Petrov. Oh, he gave it real leather. What a goal that would have been.
Yeah, well, that's the quality Petrov has. As I say, he was a wonderful player for Bolton, Manchester City, and we've seen that many times, you know, and he's got that quality. There is absolutely no doubt of that. A wonderful drive, but what a left foot he's got.
Some corking of beauty. Chris Kamara, also amongst the latecomers. Where were you earlier, Chris? That's what we want to know. What's your excuse?
Well, he was the original Bobo Baldi.
Well, he's done well to get here, 2:30. Likely come on a bit later. Just a reminder to donate by text. There are the instructions. Celt 07, followed by your donation. donate.bt.com/events/Petrov19. That's what you need to know. On the scent of an equaliser, Sutton. Something to plunder. Larsson chiseling away, Henrik Larsson, and it comes off Bauma.
This shows you the desire of these boys not to concede goals, and if you say that never loses. You never lose that. You know, John Terry getting in there, he's an international player, still playing at the highest level, but just doesn't want to concede goals because he feels as if that's an embarrassment for him. So it shows you the way they're playing this game, and it shows you the fact that Stiliyan wants to stay on.
Short corner taken by Neil Lennon to Lubo Moravcik. Didier Agat. on the island of Réunion, the Indian Ocean. Quite a few footballers actually from that particular island. Robert was one. And Christoph there to clean up for the Stiliyan 11. Alfred Bauma. Was released by PSV during the summer. 5 years at Aston Villa.
Yeah, he was a bit unfortunate, he had a terrible injury down there. He was a very good player, he had a bad injury.
Pires, he was a craftsman. Bay on that right hand side. Pires, he wanted it back, trying to cut it back. Mjällby, look effortless. Henrik Larsson. She goes up every time number 7 touches the ball. It's Bobby Petrov. An oops moment for Bobby Petrov.
I think that was a bit of a dive.
It was a gap this time. And McNamara. The football it was from Jackie McNamara to release Henrik Larsson. And it's Larsson shots. Corner.
Fantastic play with Jack, as you say. He looks very useful and fit, and he's serving Henrik's got great movement, and it was a good old days taking on Carlos Coelho.
John Terry away for the Stiliyan 11. He's very keen to take part in this game. He knows Stiliyan Petrov well from captains' meetings south of the border. Take place at the start of each season. Stan Petrov was quick to point out that John Terry was one of the first to get in touch when it was revealed that Stiliyan Petrov had taken ill. Berbatov. Pires. Haran had gone over there to meet Dimitar Berbatov. It's Jackie McNamara, last line of defence.
Is there more than one Jackie McNamara on the pitch?
He's everywhere, isn't he? Omnipresent Jackie McNamara, we have to say today. And Neil Lennon. Lovely switch to Larsson. And look who's there to attack it. At the tail end of the move, it was big Johan Mjällby.
Only surprise was it wasn't Jackie McNamara. Great move.
Mjällby wanted to get in on the goal-scoring action. Moravcik with the corner. Given, hearing the whistle of referee Kevin Clancy. Martin O'Neill. I wonder what he's writing down there. Second half substitutions, change in formation. Steve Walford, John Robertson, his lieutenants, just like the old days.
Yes, maybe looking to see if he's going to sign a couple of these boys for his next job.
Stiliyan Petrov, well read by Johan Mjällby. Didier Agat. Martin O'Neill who turned Agat into a wing-back, was a striker. Great Rovers and Hibs. Here's Peta gliding through. Corner. Comes off Bay.
Yeah, good defending by Bay. Getting back in there. He's got good energy as well, and he's still a fit lad, Habib.
So with it, Larsson went jumping after the ball. Pires. Space for Martin Petrov if Pires can find him. Christoph. Gareth Barry is getting ready to come on again. wonder if it'll be for Stan Petrov this time. Kenny Dalglish is going to make the substitution.
It's interesting watching the front three, because they're giving the ball away a lot quicker now, because they know that Big Bobo Baldy's behind them, and he's changed positions now, and as you say, it's good movement. You've got for the front men again, Chris Sutton and Larsson still got a great understanding. It's fantastic to watch from up here, but as you say, I think that's Stiliyan ready, had enough now.
Have to look after his health. Still move with caution, but here he is, Petrov. So I think he knows it's time for a change, for a rest.
Yes, exactly, well deserved, because he's been excellent, and it's very, very difficult getting a warm day as well. It's a very emotional occasion for him.
Karen Christoph appealing to Kevin Clancy, not getting any sympathy from the match referee. Larsson. Sutton. Tap it into the stride of Lubo Moravcik. Better. Moravcik. Chris Sutton. He's the £6 million man as far as Celtic fans were concerned back in 2000. He joined after a disappointing spell with Chelsea. Christoph and Petrov. He's never going to get to that one. And it's Neil Lennon. Gibbons' ball. Paul Lambert. Bauma tearing forward. Chip ball by Bauma. It's McCarran who headed it away. Lambert and McNamara. Two former teammates. That's the way to do it.
Make sure he was getting there, Jackie. One way or another, Paul done very well to skip out it. Well, here it's been all down there.
The armband is being handed to Paul Lambert. Stiliyan Petrov takes his lead on the Stiliyan 11. And he's the man they all came to support today. Gareth Barry will be the replacement. Shake from Kenny Dalglish. Celtic legend to another, Danny McGrain as well. Certainly in the legendary category.
Stiliyan, can you describe the emotions you're experiencing at the moment, please?
It's just great. I nearly started crying in the 90th minute, but I've held it. It's just great, you know. I was in a dark place about a year and a half ago, and I'm here now, so it's just great.
You're an inspirational figure. The vibrations, the attitude in the stadium this afternoon here in support of you, it's fantastic.
It's brilliant. They've always been great to me, and they've always been great to every single player here. And credit to the players, credit to the fans. It's been amazing so far.
When you were hugging all of your players in the lineup before the game, you're sort of the Stiliyan players today and your former teammates from Celtic, that must have been wonderful.
It's great. Like I said to you a year and a half ago, I could be somewhere else. Today I'm here between all these friends and the Celtic family, so it's incredible.
You held it together so well, but your job is not done yet. We hope to see you playing for the Celtic team later. Save a little bit.
I'll be letting me get my breather back, and then I'll be back on again.
So you're going to save a little bit, then go again?
Later on, yeah.
Look, thank you very much for everything that's happened today. You're an inspirational figure, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Great stuff. Stiliyan Petrov with Ray Stubbs. There's Gareth Barry, who's come on for Stiliyan Petrov. Pires and Berbatov inside the box, neither able to latch on to it. Great to hear from Stiliyan Petrov. And good to have it confirmed that he will be playing for the Hoops a bit later, Peter.
Yes, for sure. I don't think the day could have passed. It wouldn't look the same if he never had the hoops on, so delighted that he's coming back out.
Well, look who's ready to come on. Louis Tomlinson from One Direction. He's a useful footballer, 21-year-old. Recently signed for his hometown club Doncaster Rovers as a non-contract player. A reserve game planned soon, and we'll see Tomlinson involved. Here's Henrik Larsson. Celtic 11 trying to battle back again. Christoph. Now Berbatov, not too chuffed, his fellow countryman.
Well, as we've seen his t-shirt before, pass to me. Keep calm.
Johan Bjarby. Was it closed down initially? Paul Lambert trying to slow him down. Free kick.
He's like fell in a tree there.
See, double substitution for Celtic. The players coming off: Didier Agat and Neil Lennon.
Double substitution here. Didier Agat and the Celtic manager Neil Lennon to be replaced. It's been a quiet week for Neil Lennon at Lennoxtown. So many players away on international duty. Of course, he'll be getting his team ready for Hearts next week. That game at Tynecastle on BT Sport 2. And then the Champions League match away to AC Milan. Exciting times. Tommy Johnson. And on comes Louis Tomlinson as well. I think it's safe to say, Peter, that he's rather popular with the female fans in attendance today.
I thought that was for Tommy Johnson. So did Tommy.
So did Tommy, yeah. Sorry, Tommy.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Listen, this will be an occasion you'll be very nervous with, coming here in front of these supporters.
Well, Ratchet with the corner, with the free kick rather. It's gone behind for the corner. And Neil Lennon is with Ray Stubbs.
Neil, how are you feeling after that?
All right, aye, good. You know, catches up a wee bit. You know, the younger boys. You know, you forget how quick and sharp that they are, but some of the boys still have the old touches. Like, it's great. It's great fun, and I mean, the reception Stan got was unbelievable. But the turnout's fantastic, and we've got to pay tribute to the players that have come. You know, like Sir John Terry and Carlos Quiller, and players who are still playing. It's a fantastic gesture on their behalf.
You're looking in good shape. You used the ball really well.
I'm getting a bit of stick, you know, in the dressing room, but I feel alright. I've been running quite a bit. I've lost a bit of weight the last month. I'm going to do the half marathon in Glasgow, so I'm trying to do a wee bit for that.
Hey, Bobo Balde doesn't know the meaning of friendly.
I know, yeah. I felt sorry for Albert Pires. Just welcome to Glasgow.
Did you see the look on Berbatov's face a couple of times too?
I'll stay away from that one, like, you know. No, it's funny.
Robert Pires just wondered what had happened when he clattered into it.
I know, he thought he was up here for a good time.
The reaction, the reception and everything about today is inspirational for an inspirational figure.
Yeah, I mean, he was a great player, you know, let's not forget that first and foremost. And, you know, we are human beings at the end of the day, and we do suffer along the way, you know, some more than others. Unfortunately for Stiliyan, he had a career-ending illness, but, you know, the fighter that he is, he's doing so much work away from the sport to promote the, you know, raising money for it. And this is, you know, this is his sort of nadir, as it were. You know, this is his nirvana.
It's a great day. As a manager, boots on the other foot now. What's Martin O'Neill said to you? Is he going to have words with you?
Yeah, I'm sure he is, yeah. It's nice to see him, you know, and it's nice to see him looking so well. Funny, really, like, you know, when we all got together again last night, it was as if it was yesterday we had all met up. There was just a great camaraderie between us all over the years, and, you know, we played in some special games. Wow. We'll not be invited back.
You never lose it, do you, hey?
Oh, it's class.
Hey, these One Direction boys, they get a bit of a response, don't they? Oh, hang on. Well said.
Yeah, I mean, it took me an hour and a half getting into there, and I think it was just all young girls and older girls, you know, looking to see some of the young guys, you know, but he's a bit of a player, believe it or not, you know, so I think JT's got his eye on him.
Well played, nice to talk to you.
Thanks, cheers.
Well, John Terry was the player who fired in that shot from miles out. I think almost from Rutherglen.
Oh, fantastic effort, you know, as you say, you can't hide that quality, you know, and what an effort it was. I think Big Rab was glad to see that in the post.
The screaming that you heard was for, you've guessed it, this fella. 1D, one direction.
But he wasn't getting much support from Chris Sutton when he gave him a bad ball where Chris gave him the eyes.
There's Berbatov! Superb! Clinical from Dimitar Berbatov. And it's a 2-goal cushion now for the Stiliyan 11.
Fantastic movement, fantastic pass. You see, that got that quality. Gomez's pass was excellent, and Berbatov just on the back end of it. He's trying hard to get back there. There you go. He's got in position one direction. So I think they'll be giving him a bit of stick at half time.
It was wrong direction, I think. Well, things looking promising for Messrs Dalglish and McGrain.
You wouldn't know that.
You wouldn't, would you? No. Masters of the poker face. Better. Clumsy by Christoph. To the back of Sutton. Stiliyan Petrov watching now from the bench. We'll have another look at the John Terry shots in a second or two. It was extraordinary. Back off the post. Not aware that Rob Douglas was off his line. Here's Moravchik! And Shea Given did well. Better. Headed away by Barry. Pires. Lambert. Barry was showing for it. He's given the ball straight to Bobby Pettar. Tommy Johnson in the Celtic side now. Sutton again, and it's Pires again. Berbatov to split open the Hoops defence. Gotta get used to this. Larson, to find work by Sutton. Johnson, and Given there to field it deftly. Was a popular figure in the dressing room, Tommy Johnson. He seemed to have a smile on his face.
Yeah, and he was a good player. He was an underrated player. He worked really, really hard in the front line when he played up here for Celtic. Maybe never get the credit he deserved.
Jackie McNamara. Johan Mjalby. Lambert was patrolling the edge of the penalty area. Quick reminder, it's Macedonia against Scotland. BT Sport 1 on Tuesday. Our coverage with Darryl Curry begins at 7. And looking forward to Manchester United against Crystal Palace in the Barclays Premier League. That's BT Sport 1 6 days from now from 11:30 in the morning. Also next Saturday, Hearts against Celtic in the Scottish Premiership. BT Sport 2 from midday. Here's Barry, and it's Rob Douglas doing just enough.
Yes, it was. Barry done really, really well. Everybody else running, he stayed out. Good ball with Berbatov picking him out. That quality he's got. Gareth tried to give the eyes to Big Rab.
Over it comes from Martin Petrov. Oh, now this could be interesting. Tony was trying to tee it up. It's away by Balde. Martin Petrov. Dimitar Berbatov with the miscue. Well, let's have a look again at John Terry's shot from a few minutes ago. This is from a different postcode.
Fantastic effort. You see Big Rab. Rab thinks it's in. Thank God he's in. Especially with all these players up there, they're giving them a bit of stick, that's for sure.
I think that's one that John Terry would have put on his mobile phone had it gone in for posterity.
100%, especially with the stick he's been getting.
Bauma. Cuellar from the back. Bay. Haren is taking the weight off it. Yeah, Van Hooijdonk might be one of the players to feature in the second half, likewise Georges Cadet.
Fantastic pairing they were when we played together. Great players, very good individual players, but team players as well. And as I say, it was just a pity we weren't winning as trophies that they were. They'd be legends at this club as well.
Top players, genuine characters. Jamie Redknapp waiting for his turn. It's Bobby Petter for the Celtic 11. Close shave at the end of this first half.
A good effort, great run by Bobby. He's kept away there. Harvey Baez got back to him, put him under a little bit of pressure. He just lifted it too high over the bar.
Jackie McNamara, former Partick Thistle manager, now in charge of Dundee United. Tomlinson. It was easy meat for John Terry. He's a bit disappointed with himself. Tomlinson. Half-time at Celtic Park. Stiliyan Petrov's big day, and Dimitar Berbatov, his compatriot, scoring not once but twice in the first half. All three goals for the Stiliyan 11 from Bulgarian players. Martin Petrov also on target. Henrik Larsson from the spot for the Celtic 11. And so at the interval, it is the Celtic 11 1, the Stiliyan 11 3.
This is the side for the second half at the moment, okay? So go Douglas, Tomlinson, Boyd, Bulgarian, McKinley, McClare, Vikhorst, Graham, Johnson, Van Hooijdonk, Larsson. Okay? We just stay that at the moment. That's the side at the moment. Okay? But please don't get chains, because we might need you on. Alright? So for you, all the lads to put on still.
You get changed.
What's up?
Yeah, you get changed.
Hi, yeah, sorry. Yeah, you get changed. Okay. That's
We wondered if John Terry would reappear at the start of the second half. He is going to watch from the bench the rest of the way. Cyprus Kamara there. He was unlucky, wasn't he? Thinking back to the shot from inside his own half that came back off the post in the first half with Brad Douglas comprehensively beaten.
Yes, he was. It's great that John's come up and taken his time out to do it, and as you say, he's very much appreciated by Stiliyan and the boys round about it. They've done very well, John, and played the game the right way. He had a different start. Henrik Larsson moving about.
We'll work our way through the changes as the second half progresses. Josh McKinley, one of the players on for the Celtic 11. See Tom Boyd out there, Brian McClare, Morten Vikhorst.
Quality player working at Swansea now and doing a very good job there, along with Michael Laudrup.
Gabi Agbonlahor and Radistine Kishishev have appeared for the Stiliyan 11. Pierre Van Hooijdonk wearing the hoops now in the second half. 43 years of age, with Celtic between 1995 and 97. Scored 52 goals in 84 matches for the Hoops. Pires still with us. Perhaps deciding to stay on the pitch because Bobo Balde has departed the scene, Peter.
I'm sure that's the reason why he's probably been in that dressing room at half time. He said, is he still on?
Wilfred Bouma. Excellent pass. Koyar. Tomlinson was trying to get stuck in. Back with Pires. For the Stiliyan 11. He wanted to get on the end of that. The pass by Agbonlahor. Let's go to Ray Stubbs, who's with Martin O'Neill.
Martin, magnificent atmosphere. The reception that Stiliyan got, thoroughly deserved.
Really deserved. He's had a really tough time last couple of years.
I'm just checking to see what's happening to your match.
I think there was a goal just chopped off for offside, but no, he's had a really tough time, and he's fought that, and he's coming through. He's in remission at this moment, and it's great news. The turnout here is just unbelievable. I think he's overwhelmed by it.
It's been a committed game so far. There's no messing about.
I don't think there's any messing around when you've got Bobo Baldy playing. Bobo doesn't matter what the opposition is, whether they've been playing for 20 years or they're just starting in the game. Baldy likes to welcome everyone.
And now, towards the end of the game, you've got your secret weapon, because you're going to be able to get Stiliyan Petrov on the pitch for Celtic.
We're going to get him on for us, yes, and that's where I believe he should have started with us anyway. But we've made a few changes now, and we've got a couple of actors here. I'd like to see how they play. We've made a few changes, but Petrov's coming back on for us.
Thanks for talking to us.
Pleasure.
Cheers.
Okay.
Yes, we look forward to seeing Stan Petrov playing for the Celtic 11 later on. Here's Pires for the Stiliyan 11. Looking for Dimitar Berbatov. Berbatov, who has scored twice already. Martin Petrov. Really had eyes for goal. Is it going to be a calmer second half with Bobo Balde looking on from the bench now? You would think so.
I don't know if he's looking over at the little dugout just to give them a look now. I'm not so sure.
Balde, Moravcik, Agat, Mialbi. Now spectators. Neil Lennon was replaced earlier with Sutton next to him. Once in the back row of the bench. Hoydonk has taken up his position in the middle here for the Celtic 11. Weghorst. Van Hoydonk. Henrik Larsson. Brian McClare, director of the Manchester United Academy nowadays. What a wonderful player he was, Brian McClare. Celtic days as well as at Manchester United, Motherwell before he joined Celtic. Tom Boyd doing the honours at the back. So Tom Boyd will soon be taking part in a charity cycle for the Celtic FC Foundation from Parkhead to Carden Den, which was the birthplace of John Thompson, the legendary Celtic goalkeeper who of course lost his life in 1931 after a collision in an Old Firm game.
Yes, and it's great that he's still remembered to this day, and that shows you what this club's all about. They remember the people from the days gone past, and let's prove that today again. That John Thompson, as you say, is a name that's been on for a long time.
Lahore only turning on the Jets. Little swivel, and Gareth Barry gives it a hit.
Yeah, again you see Berbatov's movement there in the box with Agbonlahor, and he's raging at the fact he never put it across the goal. Tell him it doesn't mean anything to him, he got a hat-trick.
Let's hear more, Peter, about John Terry's shot from inside his own half earlier. He's with Ray Stubbs.
John, what an effort on goal.
No, it looked in all the way actually, and just swerved away at the end, but you know, a great day, great turnout from the fans as well for Stan, so a great occasion.
So when did that come into your mind to try and score?
I was saying to Gaz and Robbie Pires early on in the game, and then when Gaz come on, I was saying the keeper's way off his line. That's worth a go, and I see the clock ticking away. I knew I was coming off at half time, so I thought I'd give it a go.
Where did your friendship with Stiliyan Petrov start?
It's blossomed, you know, over, you know, obviously we was both captains, and you know, we become friends whilst he was at Villa and I was at Chelsea. And we stayed in contact ever since, and you know, since he's had the illness, we've stayed very close, and it's just great for him to ask me to come and play, because it's a privilege to be here today for him.
What do you make of the atmosphere that gets generated inside Celtic Park?
Yeah, it's incredible. Chelsea played here one pre-season as well, and it was an unbelievable atmosphere. And the game the other night as well, when they qualified for the Champions League, was electric. But to be here today is, you know, it's a fantastic turnout, and just shows what a great player and what a great job job he done for the club.
And you know what? No one wants to lose this, make no mistake.
No, they don't. Stan said that before the game as well. Listen, you know, we're here for me, but we have to win the game. It's important, and that's what the lads are set out to do. So hopefully we can keep on top of the league.
John, thanks.
No problem. Cheers, mate.
Here's Gabby Agbonlahor. Trying to whip it towards goal. John Terry. And back to his position. And John Bishop next to him. Funny man, Nicky Byrne. Westlife fame. On the bench as well. The cast of characters will change as the second half moves along. At times though, Peter, it's as though we're watching two different events when Louis Tomlinson touches the ball. Well, you know where I'm going. It's like we're at a concert. And it's off the post here by Berbatov. And now McClair and Berbatov has been hungry in this game. Now, that's not supposed to happen, is it? Louis Tomlinson. He's gone down. He's holding back up onto his feet. And then Bondahor goes over to say, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just an accident. Yeah, again, it's that desire not to be outdone with, as they say, a pop star with a footballer.
It's a good thing it's not the vocal cords. Don't think he's going to be able to soldier on, Louis Tomlinson. Did he want the ball played to him just then? I don't think so. Well, that's going to disappoint quite a few teenage girls in the stands here at Celtic Park today, I think. He does go off as Pires chests it towards Martin Petrov. Here's Barry. Gareth Barry trying to get it to dip and curl.
You could always see that's what he was looking for, and he's got the quality to do that.
Well, this is not going to be a popular substitution with a segment of the crowd. Doesn't stop them cheering him. Well, he unable to continue.
That's a shame. Great credit to him for wanting to come along and play the game. You know, it's just a shame he has to go.
And Warren Brown has been getting himself ready to come on. Warren Brown, the actor, former professional Thai boxer.
Good job he's in the same team as Bobo then.
Here's Tosh McKinley. Used to be a flying winger in his younger days, Tosh McKinley. You remember that, Peter?
Yeah, it was great playing along with Tosh. I mean, it's interesting because I'm watching them in Pierre and they linked up very, very well together as teammates, and they're still doing it just now.
There's Brian McClair. Stevie Graham, the actor, is on as well, and they were queuing up. Well, it didn't quite happen for the Celtic 11. Weghorst tried to time his run. Larson was in there too.
Yeah, I don't think Henrik's too happy. Mike Morton got in front of him. I think Henrik was also, they seen the goal again. Yep, just taking it off him.
Martin Weghorst, who spent 10 seasons in all in Scottish football with Dundee and Celtic. An assistant to Michael Laudrup at Swansea. In danger of getting caught a bit short here, the Celtic 11. Agbonlahor! And off the woodwork. Well, they were a bit lucky, the men wearing hoops. Here's Larson. Stevie Graham, well known for his acting work, the Boardwalk Empire series.
You just see that again there with Van Hooijdonk and Larson. The quality that these two guys have got, you know, looking for each other, the movement off each other, nearly creates another chance.
Here's Weghorst. Deciding to make the run forward. Tommy Johnson is in pursuit of it. Another player in this game with Aston Villa in his past. So many in that category, of course.
Yeah, very good player, Tommy. As I say, played many positions, but I don't think he'll thank Morton for that pass he gave him, having to run up the line there. That's in the graveyard shift there.
Chris Kamara is warming up, I can tell you. Going through his paces to his late arrival.
Well, he's another one. He is Bobo Baldy too, so you better get out the road to him, because Chris will not let you get by easily, that's for sure.
Martin Petrov, who has stamped his authority on this charity match. Back by Berbatov, here's Pires! He gave it a fair old whack. Try again. Berbatov. And down he goes, but finishes anyway. Dimitar Berbatov makes it a hat-trick. Wry smile from the Bulgarian. And on this day, for another man from Bulgaria, it's Berbatov who enjoys himself in front of goal.
But you just see he's got a great desire, he's in the move. You know, he wanted to get this hat-trick. We've seen it since the second half started. He keeps going, he's alert when the ball goes behind him. Fantastic, what a quality player, and you've got to give him great credit. He's played the game as if it's a Premier League game he's playing in.
Jos Valgaeren unable to stop Berbatov. There it is, 4-1 to the Stiliyan 11. 3 of the goals from Berbatov. All 4 for the Stiliyan 11, perhaps appropriately from Bulgarian players. Martin Petrov with the other one. Henrik Larsson scored the penalty goal for the Celtic 11 in the first half. Jamie Redknapp, popular figure, signing a few autographs. It's going to be a triple substitution. Kenny Dalglish, Chris Kamara, John Bishop, Nicky Byrne. Might actually be more than 3 substitutes coming on. It could be just about the entire bench being cleared, those who haven't been involved up to this point. Bauma's pass. Bondahor certainly up for it. Barry. Valgaeren shepherding the ball back to Douglas. There's Van Hooijdonk. Scored a stunning opening goal in his Celtic debut, Pierre Van Hooijdonk, back in January 1995.
I think that was against Hearts at Hampden. Smashed it into the top corner, but the one we remember for is obviously the win in the cup against Airdrie.
Same year, 95.
Yes, a great cross from Tosh McKinley, as we said earlier on there, and Big Pierre got and won the cup and ended that 6 years of misery.
There's McKinley. It's fielded by Given, quickly bowling it out to Pires. Now Berbatov. Agbonlahor. Martin Petrov. Dimitar Berbatov. The sun-kissed Celtic Park. Hacked away by Douglas.
You just see Berbatov's quality there in the nutmeg on Veerkost, you know, and that's the quality this man has.
You see a gaggle of substitutes in front of me, getting their instructions from Kenny Dalglish. Mentioned Redknapp, Kamara, Bishop. Burns also going to come on, likewise Jovov, Hristo Jovov, the Bulgarian. Danny McGrain, well, he has played in charity matches before, Peter, in recent times.
Yeah, I remember him giving Steve McMahon a very hard time. I think Steve will remember that.
Yes. One of the finest fullbacks of his generation, Danny McGrain.
Without a shadow.
Gabi Agbonlahor. Martin Petrov. And here's Berbatov. Didn't quite have it on the target that time.
Yeah, and you can see the disappointment in his face because he knows he's got the quality to do that.
Substitutions for you. First for the Stiliyan 11. The players coming off are Carlos Quilla, Freddie Boomer.
6 substitutes, we think, for the Stiliyan 11. There'll be a couple for the Celtic 11 as well. They all are. James Allen, one player we didn't mention. Lead singer and guitarist for the rock band Las Vegas. Martin Compston will be making an appearance for the Celtic 11. This is where it gets impossible, Peter, to keep track of them all.
Well, we all know they're good players. Obviously the actors, you've got comedians, you name it. I don't know what you call Chris Kamara, all the same.
He falls in both categories, doesn't he?
Coming on, Martin Compston.
Nicky Byrne, Celtic fan.
Also off is Jos
Known
Valhanen.
as the singer from Westlife. Chris Kamara, John Bishop.
And number 11 on,
Funny man.
Tony Cadetti.
And James Allen, as we mentioned, from Las Vegas. Actually born just a stone's throw from here, born in Dalmarnock.
Also on for Celtic,
And
number
George
24,
Cadet.
Jordan Searsman.
Somebody we can welcome to the game. Likewise, Jamie Redknapp. It's all change here. Still Jovov with a pass, and it was Nicky Byrne. Had the opportunity.
He definitely did. Just that bad touch. He's just getting warm, as he would probably say.
There's Van Hooijdonk. The turn was by Jordan Salesman, one of the guest players who's come on here.
Yeah, it's great to see George Cadetti on. You know, what a wonderful, wonderful player he was. That final third, it was so dangerous, great movement. Him and Van Hooijdonk together, it's fantastic to look out in that pitch, and you add Larsson to that mix for a front three.
Brian McClare was never going to reach it. Agbon Lahore. Jamie Redknapp off to his left. Agbon Lahore. And down he goes. Oh, it's off the post, but the referee was up with play. Kevin Clancy keeping a close eye on the proceedings, and it had to be a penalty.
Yeah, definitely a penalty kick, there is no doubt about it. There's going to be a fight over who's going to take it here. I think it's Big Morton that's brought him down here. Is it Boydie? Tommy Boyd.
Well, now, John Bishop is accustomed to making people laugh. Will he be the one laughing after this?
I wonder if Big Rattle's
My people. Here he is, John Bishop, the comedian. Oh, and Rob Douglas saves it. But it's Nicky Byrne. So follow up. Well, hang on. It's been given here offside. That's not going to count. Offside flag was up, so it's no goal. It remains 4-1. And John Bishop unable to seize the moment.
Well, that's his chance of Champions League gone, he was talking about before the game.
Minutes into the second half. It's brought down by Kishishev. Ray Stubbs is now with Paul Lambert. Ray.
Wonderful, what a wonderful atmosphere there is today. It's fantastic. This is what you expect, I think, from the Celtic crowd. I think it's a brilliant place. I had 8 great years here, and no more fitting than today with Stillion's situation. So a lot of lads I haven't seen for a number of years, which is great.
Neil Lennon was saying before, it was as if it was yesterday when everyone got back together again.
Well, it does seem like that, and as I said, there's some of the lads I haven't saw for a number of years now, but it's great. It's great. We had a really strong side in that era, and we had 5 great years, especially under Martin O'Neill.
Stiliyan didn't want to come off. He eventually did come off, but he's going to come back up to Celtic towards the end. Yeah. He wants to fight and fight and fight, but we knew that was his character.
No, I think what he's battled through has been incredible. I don't think anybody could ever comprehend what that was like, and all the people that had it, and to do what he'd done was absolutely fantastic. And to get that little last fling, I think would be great.
Now, as a manager, you analyse performances. How did you do today?
Not very good, no. It's good. It's just the first time I've really ran around now for a number of years, and it's a great cause and something I wasn't going to miss.
Yeah, you did really well because everyone is doing well, because everyone's entered into such the spirit of this.
It's great. Honestly, it's really great. And as I said, in our day we were a really, really strong side and a really good side, and just a great occasion, I think.
And finally, the crowd, they have made a starring role today.
Yeah, I never expected anything less, to be honest. I played here, as I said, 8 great years here, and I was fortunate enough to play at this wonderful place.
Nice to talk to you. Thank you
very much. Thanks, pal.
Thank you.
Good to hear from Paul Lambert there with Ray Stubbs. 4-1 it is to the Stiliyan 11. Here's Yobov. Behind him, John Bishop. Will he be keen to atone for that penalty miss? Although credit to Rab Douglas and the Hoops goal. Well, that was hit just outside the box by Chris Kamara. Tried to get hold of it.
That's another one. It's probably the furthest up the pitch Chris has ever been in his career.
This was the Bishop penalty. And Byrne opportunistically netting. Didn't count though.
You see, you've got to give a big Rab credit.
And you just have called on your speech here that not only did John Bishop miss the penalty kick, but Mickey Byrne's goal was disallowed for offside, so it's still 4-1 to the Stiliyan Petrov.
Just confirming over the tannoy system here that that goal didn't count. One or two under the impression that perhaps it had counted. Like Bondahor. Now Yovov, 25 years of age. He's known for his time with Levski Sofia, his first and last club. And it comes to Gabi Agbonlahor. And Douglas there to claim it. Full house at Celtic Park. 60,000 for this charity match. Stiliyan Petrov will be preparing himself shortly for his appearance wearing the hoops. All from Martin O'Neill's team. Here is Yovov. You can donate by text. Celt 07 to 70070 or mydonate.bt.com/events/Petrov19. So you can make your contribution. Money being raised for Stiliyan Petrov's own foundation, as for other good causes. Warren Brown. Pierre van Hooijdonk trying to be the playmaker. Henrik Larsson. Good ball too. It was Jordan Salesman who arrived on the scene. He was the best friend of Louis Tomlinson. It was replaced earlier. Now van Hooijdonk just narrowly wide.
Yeah, great quality. Larsson's pick out was fantastic. Lifting his head, rolling it back. Good effort comes back in Big Pierre, showing that quality that he's got. I'm surprised he didn't hit the target because he's wonderful at that, opening his foot. Just past the post.
Let us remind you about Tuesday, Macedonia against Scotland on BT Sport 1. That's where you need to go for live coverage from 7. World Cup qualifier. Manchester United against Crystal Palace in the Barclays Premier League, also BT Sport 1. That's Saturday with Jake Humphrey and the team from 11:30. Meanwhile on BT Sport 2 on Saturday lunchtime from noon, it's Hearts against Celtic, the Scottish champions. Gareth Barry doing a bit of defending. Shea Given had to get rid of the ball. Henrik Larsson has gone down.
I think it was just an accidental clash of hips there and Shea's cleared the ball away.
Remember, Shay Given was linked with a return to Celtic during Henrik Larsson's time at the club. Shay Given, who originally came through the Celtic youth ranks, and from Lifford in Donegal. Actually used to play for the local amateur team there, Lifford Celtic, appropriately enough.
Yeah, if you just watch, but it's great watching like say Larsson up here, even at this moment in time, at his age he's at. I think he said he's got up for 42. For young boys and young strikers wanting to go in the game, just even watching him at this stage in his career is magnificent.
Here is Larsson, still eager to impress, and beaten down by Given. Van Hooydonk! A goal from Pierre Van Hooydonk! Rolling back the years. The old memories come flooding back for Celtic supporters. And Van Hooydonk has reduced the deficit.
Well, he just done what Larsson done, you know, we're just talking about him. There's a ball in, look at his awareness to see what's round about him. Make sure he hits the target. Look at Van Hooydonk. And that's what he's saying, but look at the joy he gets in his face also to getting the goal. That's what it means to these guys, never leaves them.
Martin O'Neill approves. 4-2 now. Pierre Van Hooydonk, as Peter mentioned earlier, scored the goal that beat Airdrie in the 1995 Scottish Cup final. Made quite the impression in his 2 years at the club in the 90s. Here he is again, Van Hooydonk. And Larsson making the run to his left. He's almost away. Nicky Byrne to represent the Republic of Ireland at youth level. Nicky Byrne. James Allen trying to get himself involved. Larsson putting on the pressure. Here's Kishishev. Van Hooydonk. Brian McClare. He's always a beautifully controlled footballer, cultured player.
Oh, good pass.
Could be interesting. It's Cadet. Pass was by Martin Compston. Deserves all the credit going. Martin Compston, the actor. Let's have Morton in his playing past. Martin Compston made 2 appearances for Greenock Morton, season 2001-2002. Larsson missed out Salesman. This is Van Hooydonk. Well, Cadet trying to get the legs moving. Wrong side of the post. The legs not moving quite as freely as they used to.
Yeah, you can see that, George. Like it's in that 18-yard box, you'd expect him to score, but you can see the legs pulling up there.
Number 15, Bobby Petter.
Well, Bobby Petter is going to return to the match. Off goes Jordan Salesman. Thanking Martin O'Neill for letting him on. Jordan Salesman, the best friend of Louis Tomlinson, One Direction fame.
Yeah, it was just a bit to lose. I did to go off. But I'm sure they'll have enjoyed their day no matter what. It's a fantastic arena to be involved in, and something they'll remember.
And the run was made by Agbon Lahore. Just couldn't get to it. Inside the final 15 minutes at Celtic Park. Jamie Redknapp doing the ball winning for the Stiliyan 11. It's Bishop's pass. Barry using Allen. James Allen, known as the lead singer and guitarist for Las Vegas, has played a considerable amount of Scottish League football. Likes of Cowdenbeath, East Fife, Queen's Park, Gretna, Stirling Albion, Dumbarton. Not a bad CV.
Definitely is not. He's done quite well since he came on, to be fair to him. Nice left foot.
Jamie Redknapp getting it back from Byrne. Yobov. Here is Allen. He's left to get the ball onto his left foot. Oh, and plenty of freedom there. But the opportunity is squandered by John Bishop. I don't think he's going to want to keep the DVD of this game, John Bishop, is he?
Definitely not, that's for sure. I don't know if that'll go on these soccer outtakes. He's not his best 10 minutes, that's for sure. Great pass in with Allen. But hit the target.
No laughing matter for John Bishop, but might be in again. Chance to atone! Now that was a lot better.
That's a bit I'll remember. If he'd had the target there, I think he'd have run off the pitch, that's for sure. Danny doesn't look too happy with him, but...
One more look at this.
Great effort.
Morten Weghorst. Stevie Graham. Compston with the feed. Off the head of Kishishev. Best known for his time with Charlton under Alan Kirbishley, real favourite with the Charlton supporters back then.
Yes, he was. Done very well for them.
Petter. And it comes to Brian McClare. Chris Kamara. Oh, Gareth Barry. And Larsson! Didn't quite have the angle. No damage done.
Desperate to score, great desire to go and score again. He just loves hitting the back end. To be fair to Shea, put him under a lot of pressure. Thank God he didn't do his hamstring. It's just a little bit of cramp coming in.
And Shea Given was making sure Henrik Larsson didn't have all that much to fire at.
That's goalkeepers don't like getting beat.
Gareth Barry almost had egg on his face. Kishishev. Yobov offside.
A wonderful piece of skill. Great pass, just a little, that yard.
Now, Stiliyan Petrov, by the look of things, thinking about getting stripped for action, should he? Go on, son.
Yeah, he's been desperate to get back on, you can see in his face. He's so desperate.
Barry. Towards Bishop. Redknapp helping it on its way. Yobov. Kamara and support one of the players there, like Lahore too. Yobov trying to play his way through the Hoops defence. Bobby Petter. Dragging Radostin Kishishev with him. Petter's done superbly. Just a bit too much on it for Henrik Larsson's liking. Martin Compston. Teeing it up for Larsson, and he in turn has given one of his teammates the chance, and it's finished by Warren Brown. Well, he won't forget this moment in a hurry. Warren Brown, the actor. 4-3.
Ah, well played, he follows his pass. The back in. Good finish. You can see the light in his face. That's what it means to people score at places like this.
That's one to tell the grandchildren, isn't it? Played at Celtic Park, and a fellow by the name of Henrik Larsson gave me the chance to finish it off. And guess what? I did finish it off.
Exactly.
Jamie Redknapp for the Stiliyan 11. Well, any second now, Stiliyan Petrov will come on to play for the Hoops. The shot was by Redknapp. Oh, it might well be. That was James Allen. Offside flag going up just as that was developing, though.
Yeah, a bit fortunate there. The right call.
Brian McClare. Gareth Barry in defence for the Stiliyan 11 in the second half.
People forget how Brian McClare was such a good player for this club, you know, and at Manchester United. I think he was the first player since George Best to score 20 goals when he went down there. What a wonderful, wonderful player he was, both in midfield and as a striker.
It's 4 years at Celtic, Peter, 11 at Manchester United. Heading up the academy there, Carrington, Larsson. That was an important piece of defending by Bay. Peter wasn't giving up. Kishichev and Van Hooijdonk. Neat and tidy here from the Stiliyan 11. The pass by Jobov. Agbonlahor has the pace. Rob Douglas. Alert goalkeeping by Rob Douglas. These days on the books of 4 for Athletic. Playing under Dick Campbell there. After leaving Dundee in the summer. Nicky Byrne. And Douglas, a smothering stop. Quickly rolling it out to Tosh McKinley.
I don't think Agbonlahor was the bravest there. I don't know if that's a yellow shirt or a yellow streak down his back there when he's seen Big Rab coming.
It's Tommy Boyd. It's May at the back for the Stiliyan 11. Nicky Byrne. Some would say it would be absolutely perfect if this were to finish 4-4 with Stiliyan Petrov grabbing the 4th goal for the men in hoops. Not saying anything should be set up for.
No, I don't think that. I don't think Stiliyan would want that. We heard him saying before it. You know, he wants to win the game, and that's his character. I wonder what team he'll want, because he's been in both.
Yeah.
So that'll be interesting.
As John Terry mentioned earlier in his interview with Ray, Stiliyan Petrov was adamant that the men wearing yellow today had to go all out to win the game. Started wearing yellow, he will shortly be wearing the hoops. And it's Redknapp, quite happy to try his luck from that sort of position. Kishichev drawing it back. Byrne, Kishichev, pocket of space here. And oh, it's gone wide. Again, it was James Allen.
James Allen's done well, as I say. He's got a level left foot. He'll be disappointed not to hit the target from there. There's an opportunity for him, but here the moment we've all been waiting on.
An emotional day at Celtic Park. The emotion levels are going to get ratcheted up even more. Stiliyan Petrov, now wearing the Celtic shirt, comes on for the last few minutes. A hero to so many, not just Celtic and Aston Villa fans. He's shown so much bravery over the last year and a half. A fate no one would wish to have bestowed upon them. He's come out of the experience, remarkably enough, smiling. Happy to be living. It's been a very full life. On and off the pitch. Larsson. Free kick it is. Inside the final 5 minutes. Tom Boyd's header. Nicky Byrne. Boyd again. Tom Boyd, who works with the Celtic under-17s. Van Hooijdonk. Larsson. Van Hooijdonk. Offside flag has gone up. Kishichev just scrapes it away. Offside though.
Fantastic play yet again. Larsson, Van Hooijdonk, magnificent. They never use that quality, as we've said. Fantastic ball across. Unfortunately, just that yard offside.
It's Martin Compston it was who played it over. First made his mark as an actor in the Sweet 16 movie. James Allen. Just one goal in it. On the horn, back to Jamie Redknapp. Chris Kamara. Gareth Barry. John Bishop shot a bit too much of it to Bobby Petr. Leaving it for Van Hooijdonk. Here's Larsson. Oh, down he goes. He's lost his footing, Henrik Larsson. And it peters out.
Yeah, I think it's just about unfortunate that he's worked so hard up front there, and he looks very, very tired now. He's just got to be careful he doesn't pick up an injury now. That's the only thing you're concerned about with these guys.
Substitution for the Stiliyan 11 coming off is James Allen.
Lambert thought his footballing day was over. Not so. The Celtic captain returns to the pitch. James Allen has departed.
I think he had a slight injury there. Look at James there.
Lambert, who was the Janssen signing back in 1997. Tom Boyd, former Celtic skipper. Larsson has pulled up, and it's Weghorst powering through. Unable to catch up with the ball when all was said and done. Big Morten Weghorst.
He was fantastic at that when he played here, Morton, running off the ball, third man runs, he gets in there. I've seen him do it many, many times, and you can see the disappointment in his face that he never scored.
Jobov. Far too strong for Nicky Byrne. Martin O'Neill delighted to be back here at Celtic Park. Can his team finish with a flourish? Weghorst. There's Compston, just weighing up his options. Brown and Weghorst and Cadet. It's going to be Bay on high alert. Agbonlahor. Jobov was crying out for the ball to be played to him. He's not been picked up. Space for Byrne as well. Nicky Byrne. It took a deflection, and that should be the clincher. Nicky Byrne this time can celebrate. So his earlier effort chopped off because of offside, but 5-3 down to the Stiliyan 11, and that might very well be that.
Yes, they overcovered on Agbonlahor, obviously pulled it across. Nicky's got that opportunity, and to be fair, he's done well, so he can big us a little bit of deflection.
Kenny Dalglish and Danny McGrain certainly will approve of that. A man from Westlife, prospering in the East End of Glasgow.
Nice to see Danny smiling. Minute to go.
Is it in the bag? We shall find out shortly if there's going to be any added time, or will Kevin Clancy say that is enough when we hit the 90-minute mark. Tosh McKinley, the Celtic 11. There it is. Stiliyan Petrov's day in Glasgow, and one he will never forget. Friends aplenty, and they have all played their part in a marvellous footballing spectacle.
Boys and girls, can I have your attention just for a moment or two? I have with me the man himself, Stiliyan Petrov. Stiliyan, we have 60,000 here, I'm sure millions watching at home. It's all for you. Is it possible to sum up how you feel?
Well, first, thank you very much for everything, for all the support, for everything you've done through my career. I think today you showed the world how special this place is. You made it special for me, for my family, for all these players. Thank you very much, and thank you for stood by me when I had the hardest time in my life. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, he will always be a hero here at Celtic Park. Stiliyan Petrov!
Stiliyan Petrov thanking all sections of the Celtic support. And once again, it is "You'll Never Walk Alone in Paradise."
Nothing more appropriate, thoroughly deserving. You could just listen to it. It was so emotional for him.
Genuinely moving scenes at Celtic Park.
Stan got everything he deserved today. Obviously a great game, great ex-players, great Celtic ex-players. All the fans were obviously here as well, so Stan deserved that sort of send-off from Celtic.
Oh, it was amazing. It's great to be here, to be part of the honor with the team. To Petrov and the Armour Field was fantastic.
No, it was really special. I mean, it was a fantastic occasion. Everybody coming back for Stan, and it was a sellout, and it was just great and nice to see.
It was fantastic. You know, it was everything. You know, back playing on the pitch, your old teammates. It was a lot of fun, and then very emotional at the end with Stiliyan and his family. But the reception, the turnout, you know, I have to pay tribute to the players who likes of Petrov and John Terry and, you know, Martin Petrov, Gareth Barry, who really made an effort to come and play here. It's, you know, I'll take my hat off to them, and obviously the supporters were unbelievable today.
Stiliyan was a big part of, you know, my time here at Celtic as well, and a fantastic guy, and to be honest, it's quite touching the amount of people that turned out today. Pay respects to him and show the support from him, and it's, you know, for me it's very humbling to be involved in it.
It is very emotional. It's very emotional. He's a strong character, and sometimes you kind of hold back the tears and you just have to let go. And I think there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But he's a great guy, a great person, and you have all respect in the football world.
It was an incredible day. Pretty amazing. I knew that the atmosphere. I've been here before and watched games, but you know, obviously what Stiliyan's gone through, I think is is a credit to himself, to his family, and the turnout that he got. I think it showed you how much everybody appreciates what he did for this football club. This is one of the only places in the world that this would have happened today, so it was a real pleasure to be here.
I didn't play with Stiliyan, but I was honoured to be asked to take part in this game. You know, the way he handled this today is phenomenal, and it says a lot about him, about his personality. Also the fact that so many players, great players from everywhere, turned up to take part in this game. It says also a lot about how he was as a colleague in the dressing room.
I mean, it says a lot about the Celtic supporters, and I'm a Liverpool supporter. There's always been a union between them, but that moment there at the end was just incredible. The ovation, and in the dressing room he was saying that he's obviously overwhelmed by it. It says a lot for the people of the club, and it was at the end when his kids came on. I mean, there wasn't a dry eye wasn't a dry eye in the house, I can't even say it. There wasn't. I mean, I was choking up myself. I just thought the moment itself summed up really what this is about. It's people who are prepared to come and give the money to somebody who served them so well.
Yeah, the game was really good actually, quite a good tempo. Before the game, Stan was saying it's important that we win the game as well, and he's still got that drive and that passion to win, and it was great to see. It's great to see everyone here today supporting him and the cause.
Oh, it's been fantastic. I think that the crowd, the full house, the players on the show, or the ex-players, some are still playing, but no, it was great to see some lads that hadn't played for a while. A great occasion for Stiliyan.
Even when we were kids, he was a fighter. You can see that easily. And growing up in the years, knowing him for so long, I can say that he developed in a fine man. Fighting for everything in the pitch, outside the pitch, for his family. In the end, we saw that he was even stronger for that disease, and we're very happy that everything turned out fine.
When I first found out, I knew he'd fight. He's got that mental strength, to get through anything, and he's done it, and everyone's proud of him, and hope he enjoys the rest of his life.
For a lot of people who, not only for Stan, there's a lot of Stevie Graham who was with us today, and a lot of people kind of who play and fans have been affected by it as well. So I think a lot of people relate, not only with Stan, but with the disease itself, and so raising awareness and getting money behind it and hoping to get rid of it is it's brilliant, and to have a chance to be a tiny little bit of that today is privileged and honoured.
It's one of the best days of my life. It was amazing, and especially beyond the park at the end there, when Stan was doing his thing and would walk on and stuff. I mean, I'm Celtic through and through myself, so I've been in that stand so many times. It was mad to be on the pitch and see it happen, but it was a cracking day.
The people come and spend the money to help these situations, and I hope the people never forget, because today is a Petrov, tomorrow is another, and you need help, and don't forget.
It must have been really difficult for Stan to I don't know, hold it back at times, you know what I mean? It must be really emotional for him, but it was, especially, I mean, even when the fans are singing Walk On and all that, it's the first time I've been on that side yet. Something else, you know what I mean?
It was emotional. I mean, know what Stiliyan's gone through and what have you, but we're here to support him and his family, and he's a fighter. He showed that. He's still got some good touches, so no, it's nice to get involved.
Well, it just shows you the spirit of the man fighting, and being able to play for at least 15-20 minutes today. Give the support a thanks. It was absolutely fantastic to see him out there.
Amazing, special. Something out of this world. I couldn't explain it, I told myself I won't cry. I hold it together, but I couldn't. Too emotional. And with the crowd like that, with the fans like that, not just me. It's a very special day for me because I went through a lot, but for the other players as well. They really enjoyed it. They're talking about the dressing room, and everybody's so excited and so happy.